I can almost sense that Warner Brothers and the executives in control of the DC movies are in a state of panic after the huge commercial failure of the Flash movie. Actually, not just the Flash movie but the last 4 DC movies have been one big disaster after another at the box office, which includes the Suicide Squad, Black Adam, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and lastly, the Flash movie. A lot of people are of the opinion that this is a result of superhero fatigue, which basically means that people are getting tired of watching comic book movies due to overexposure to them. Before we analyze this topic further, I just want to make a small request. Talking about comic book movies, games and TV shows is my biggest passion. If you want me to continue doing this, I just want you to do me a small favor. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. Okay, now let us get back to the topic. As I said, Warner Brothers are going through one of the toughest patches so far as the live-action DC movies are concerned. As I was saying, that people are of the opinion that superhero fatigue is a big reason for the failure of some of the recent DCEU movies. But, if we look at the 2 most recent Marvel movies, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, both turned out to be great commercial successes. As of right now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 have made $900 million globally, while Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse have made around $615 million globally, which is absolutely incredible considering the fact that it is an animated movie. While DC's The Flash movie have been able to make just $250 million. So, does that mean that the problem is only exclusively limited to just DC movies? Well, actually it isn't, because just last year Matt Reeves' The Batman made almost $800 million, which is huge considering that it is the first installment of an all-new standalone Batman franchise. A couple of years before that, a film called Joker, directed by Todd Phillips, made over $1 million to become the highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time. And interestingly, both of them are DC movies, which has nothing to do with the DCEU. So, can we conclude that the problem therefore lies only with the DCEU and nothing else? Well, the answer is actually not that simple. If we look at all the movies that have managed to do well recently at the box office are actually very good movies in itself. Let us look at the Joker, for example. This movie was one of the best movies in any genre I have ever seen. The acting from Joaquin Phoenix in this movie was simply incredible, which eventually won him an Oscar for Best Acting. Similarly, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was also an equally amazing and well-made movie. I personally think that this movie is the best Spider-Man movie made till date. So, we have come to the point that you cannot expect a movie to perform well at the box office just because it is based on some of the most popular and iconic characters from the world of comic books. It has become like any other genre where the only way you can earn money is by making good movies. Special cameos and larger-than-life visuals and CGI will only act like an icing on the cake. They are not going to work if the movie itself is garbage. Nobody is going to watch an average superhero movie like Black Adam just to see a 10-second cameo of Henry Cavill's Superman. Cameos only work if the main storyline is good. I am not saying that Black Adam was a bad movie or anything. But that movie was nothing special. It was just another average high-action-filled superhero movie which had nothing fresh to offer to the table. If you want to impress the audience, you are going to have to do more than that, like what Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did. A large number of people would rather prefer a movie like Black Adam to come on OTT rather than taking out their time to go to the theaters. But then again, another question arises. How did Thor: Love and Thunder, despite being such a ridiculously bad movie, manage to earn $760 million worldwide? I think everyone here agrees with me when I say that Thor 4 was an absolutely trash movie. The reason for the success of Thor 4 is because of the MCU Connection. Even though the movie was bad, it did have some important repercussions for the future of the MCU. People have grown a certain kind of connection to Chris Hemsworth's Thor. A lot of people watch MCU movies because they are curious about what is going to happen in the future, and also because they have a connection to the characters in that universe. So, no matter how bad that movie is, they are going to watch it anyway because it feels personal to them. So, from the entire analysis that we have carried out in this video, one thing is absolutely clear: that if you want a movie to be commercially successful, it either has to be a great movie or be a part of a successful interconnected cinematic universe. And the last few DC movies lacked both of these aspects. I honestly feel that the DCEU is nothing but one big failed attempt to create a good interconnected universe like the MCU. This is a universe that felt that making a Birds of Prey movie was more important than making a Man of Steel sequel, which DC fans kept demanding for years and years. But the DCEU is in the past now. The question that remains to be seen is, how does James Gunn plan to improve upon both of the aspects that I talked about in his new universe? I think we have to accept one thing, that the first few DCU movies will not be able to do very well commercially because of the bad taste that the DCEU has left. But Warner Brothers does not have to get discouraged by the results and keep doing the basics right. Just keep making good movies and build a good, strong, interconnected universe. Eventually they will get the right results. This time, they cannot afford to do the same mistake they did with Zack Snyder. After Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman failed to make over $1 billion at the box office, the studio got so frustrated that they decided to fire him. I hope and I pray that James Gunn do not suffer from the same fate and he gets the proper amount of time from the studio to work and build his universe from ground up. The studio needs to trust James because he is a brilliant filmmaker. As I said, DC, Warner Brothers and James Gunn only have one goal at the moment. That is to make good movies and slowly establish a good interconnected cinematic universe. That has to be the immediate goal and the rest will take care of itself in time. That is all I have to say in this video. What do you think about this whole analysis? Please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.